You know, it's not every day that you get to meet a monster. He's not a monster, but he plays one off Broadway. I mean, this is fantastic. Frankenstein, it's a musical. You've heard about it. It's been playing since September. And now you're the creature. Monster's a bad word. Creature. Tell us about the creature. Tell us your name, first of all.
My name is BRYAN S. WALTON. Might have remembered me from It Came From Beyond.
That's right.
But the creature. So the creature is probably the most misunderstood science fiction story that they've ever had. They're always putting him as this green monster with the bolts in his head, and that's absolutely the opposite of what we're going with him.
Good.
And this one, it sort of goes on the side of the creature, showing the human in him, how he's more human than the others at some point.
How are you approaching this? This is, I mean, you're doing several shows, right? All of a sudden you're doing several off-Broadway shows.
Yes.
And just shifting gears from one play to another in characters, but this is such an incredible role. Tell us how you're dealing with this particular part.
With this particular part. With the creature, it's a little bit of you have to go back to your past. You have to go back to what you were like as a child, because in the sense he was just born. So
Yep.
He is a child who's been abandoned by his father, who has way more strength than he knows what to do with, which honestly is my life. So I'm 6'3". I'm always accidentally knocking things over.
Well, you also play a bully in another play. And what's the other play that you're in?
I'm in Lily Marlene.
Lily Marlene.
Yeah.
Do you play a bully in that?
No.
Do you play a monster, a creature? No.
No, I used to play a Nazi, and then I became Willie.
You know, the reason we're sitting down is because he's a tall dude. So I was like, you know what? Let's just level the playing field a little bit so we can at least talk one-to-one. Now, you also have an interesting aspect of your story, and that is that, 3-4 months ago, you weren't off-Broadway.
No.
Now you're in how many shows?
3 right now.
3 off-Broadway shows. It's like overnight. What's your friends and family say about that? Are they teasing you? They won't tease you. You're too big.
Oh, they all have questions. It's really funny because they're all coming up to me like, oh my gosh, what's it like? What's all this happening? What's this process like? And it's always just hard to explain because I'm like, guys, I'm really just experiencing this myself right now, so I can't explain this to you.
That's a huge process. A lot of parts, a lot of lines, a lot of music too. Musicals, all musicals, right?
All musicals.
At St. Luke's Theater, which is an off-Broadway venue, not too far from where we're sitting right now. What's your day like? I mean, do you get up and start rehearsing from like 6 a.m. to and then perform every night?
Whatever time I'm not working outside of the shows, I'm doing something for the shows. So I'll either be rehearsing at one point and then going to work and then rehearsing again, or I'm up until midnight or so with a rehearsal and getting up the next morning for another rehearsal. Caffeine helps.
Caffeine does help. Anybody in particular you want to thank out there for, ending up or landing in 4 off-Broadway shows at once?
I have to thank Elijah Caldwell. He is the one who actually introduced me to John Land. I have to thank John Land, obviously, for trusting me and giving me all these different shows and letting me be able to work with these. I have to thank my vocal teacher, Tyler. He is Elijah's roommate. But he's been helping me throughout all of this, and 3 very different vocal types. It's been a very fun and very strong process as an actor. It's been a very big learning process for me. And I have to thank my parents for keeping me sane.
Mom, Dad, you got great talent here. Folks, this is the way it works off-Broadway. This is what happens to actors who work hard and just keep training. I congratulate you. I know you have an opening tonight, too.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
It came from beyond.
It came from beyond.
St. Luke's Theater at 7 p.m.
And then Frankenstein plays every Monday at
7 p.m. as well.
7 p.m. at the St. Luke's Theater. You know where to find tickets. All the links will be here. I just don't know what to say except congratulations, and I'm happy for you. Look at the smile, folks. Look at that smile. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care, folks. Don't forget to follow LocalTheatreNY.tv on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. And we have an Instagram page, too, for Frankenstein.
For Frankenstein, it's the Frankenstein Musical.
And on Facebook?
Also the Frankenstein Musical.
There you go, folks.
Easy to find.
Don't forget. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.